Whenever you're ready.
Katie Malice. Until this year, heart disease and its severity had little impact on me and my family. That is, until we came face to face with it and how common and devastating it is. February 2nd of this year, my grandma came downstairs to find the newspaper in the house, a candy wrapper on the kitchen table, and her husband of 65 years lying on the floor. The American Heart Association states that cardiovascular disease has been the number one killer in the United States every year except for 1918. The National Heart, Lung, and Blood Institute states that 1 million heart attacks occur every year. Also, 13 million people suffer from coronary heart disease, and every year, 500,000 people die from it. Heart disease can affect you at any age, and truthfully, it's important to start preventing it while you can. For this reason, I'm going to talk about how decreasing your sodium intake, lowering your cholesterol, and adding exercise to your daily routine can decrease your chances of receiving cardiovascular disease. First, we're going to talk about sodium intake and how this can affect your heart. Analysis of Internal Medicine states, sodium consumption raises your blood pressure and increases the risk of heart attack and stroke. The recommended daily dose of sodium is 2,300 milligrams of salt a day. The average American takes in quite a bit more. Now, 75% of sodium comes from the processed foods we eat, such as those in canned foods or frozen dinners. The other 25% is what actually comes from the salt shaker. Although fast food is convenient, it's high in sodium and in saturated fats. Take a McDonald's Big Mac, for instance. A Big Mac contains 1,000 milligrams of salt. And who doesn't want a medium fry with that? Medium fry has 270 milligrams of salt. Together, they have more than half of your daily intake. Now we're going to look at cholesterol and why that's important to your health. Dr. Arbuck states, cholesterol matters because it's the lipids in the bloodstream that lead to plaque in the arteries, and because the plaque in the arteries are the #1 cause of death in worldwide. Plaque in the arteries is both preventable and reversible. Mayo Clinic conducted a study that said consuming foods with omega-3 fatty acids decreases the cholesterol in your bloodstream. If you just simply bake or grill your food instead of saute it or deep frying it, you're greatly decreasing the amount of sodium you're taking in just in a single meal. Third, we're going to discuss exercise. A study conducted by Stephen Blair of Cooper Clinic in Dallas, Texas, found a greater than 50% reduction in heart mortality, a reduction in mortality for women by being just moderately fit, and an even greater reduction for men. 30 minutes of exercise just 5 times a week greatly increases the health of your heart. What does exercise do for you? Well, it lowers your chance of early death. It lowers the risk of heart disease. It lowers your blood pressure and improves your overall health. Dr. Timothy Church states, director of Pentagon Biomedical Research Center at Louisiana State University, the smallest amount of exercise time to produce a measurable benefit in health is 10-minute walk, once a day for 7 days. Take the stairs instead of the elevator, parking further in the parking lot, walking around the block once a day. These are just small things you can do in your daily life to increase your health. It's not hard to incorporate exercise. In conclusion, decreasing sodium, lowering your cholesterol, and adding exercise to your daily routine are all things you can simply do to increase the health of your heart. It's not that hard to add these things, it takes a couple adjustments. The National Heart Association found that in 2003, 37.3% of all deaths worldwide were due to heart disease. United States, 1 in every 2.7 deaths is because of heart disease. That would mean of the 10 of us in this class, 4 would die of heart disease. We are all at risk, but there is stuff that we can do about it. We can all prevent heart disease. As long as your heart still beats, it's not too late.